Vlogs make me really uncomfortable, especially since I don't have a pop socket anymore. So I'm kind of like holding it like, hey, yeah. So just bear with me because this is new to me. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to my room. It's really messy. Don't judge me. I'm a college student, so you can judge me a little bit, I guess, but not too harshly. Just cut me some slack. Look, there's a there's a little eggplant hanging from my fan. We'll just leave that up to your own interpretations because I'm not gonna explain it to you. You know, show, don't tell. That's what we authors do. We show. This light makes my teeth look really yellow. Like that back there. Maybe I should turn that off. Today's a very special day because a book that I've been waiting for since, you know, like forever. Not, it's been sitting in my Amazon, you know, orders forever. And then I finally got the notification that it's sent. And I was like, oh my god, the time is here, finally, and that book is, I'm sure maybe, I don't know if you know, but this baby, I'm so excited. You don't understand how excited I am because this book is one thing that people rarely write about, and it really frustrates me because this culture is amazing. I read this book called, The Poisonwood Bible. It's by Barbara Kingsolver. I think that's her name, yeah. And I don't want to go into all the details about it, but it centers around the West African culture, and that was so like cool because I've never really read a book about that and seen characters like be immersed in that kind of culture. I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. You don't even understand. Oh, that's really close. Anyway, I'm gonna be doing a reading vlog. I'm kind of terrible at it right now. It's very weird. I don't have like a camera and stasis, and I'm kind of shaky. I'm an amateur filmmaker, and I don't have a stabilizer, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna try my best to attempt a reading vlog of this novel. I'm going on vacation to Charleston with some friends this next week for spring break, but I do have the audiobook. I just signed up for Audible, thanks to some peer pressure from Twitter. Anyway, it was free for the first 30 days, so might as well. And I got that book, so I'm gonna, you know, listen to it on my way as we go and try to get as much as I can during that trip, you know? So we can knock it out, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fly through it. It sounds amazing, and I've heard nothing but good things about it. And it was on the big billboard up in, like, I don't know where it was, but Entertainment Weekly blurbed it, and oh my god. We're gonna just, you know, read it and see how far we can get, and you'll just be tracking my progress and all my commentary, and hopefully I'm not too awkward for you. Because sometimes, you know, like, what's with my face? Oh, there's the train. If you didn't know I live near a train track, it's great. Especially at 3 a.m. when they come through here and they just blare the horn, like, you know, there's a giant student loft sitting right here, but you know, let's blare the horn. I don't know if I put this in the like beginning of my vlogs, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. If you haven't read Children of Blood and Bone, I'm sorry, but like, I don't think you should watch this because I'm gonna be spoiling a lot of it. But I can say before you go in and watch it that I really enjoyed it. I seriously recommend it, honestly, like, read it ASAP. It is so good. I think it's a 5 out of 5 star book. It is amazing. I read it on audiobook and it is absolutely amazing. But yes, I seriously recommend it. But you know what? If you haven't read it yet, I would leave, go read it, come back, watch my shenanigans and like hysteria, and yeah, I think that's all I have to say. You know, we'll just go on to the vlogs. So I just started chapter 1. I'm not even like finished with it. I have like 8 more minutes left of it, and I'm already obsessed. Like it's so good. The audiobook even makes it so much better. Like, so if you're gonna read it, definitely get the audiobook, because it makes it so I don't know how to describe it to you, but it just, yeah, it has me like speechless already, and I'm not even finished with chapter 1. It's gonna be emotional roadshow, I believe. Is that how you describe it? Ooh, someone's you know, pulled up next to me and watching me vlog. Hey, how you doing? Anyway, I'm gonna go watch this movie. Hopefully it's good, and then, you know, plow through this book. Oh god, I'm not ready. So I'm about like 150 pages into this. Everyone's like taking a nap inside and I'm just out here enjoying the weather. It's pretty nice. But yeah, I'm flying through this because it's insanely good. I have, like, every single chapter, I can't put it down. It's just amazing. And I'm only 150 pages in, so I can't even imagine what else is gonna happen. Because so much has already happened and I'm just like, help my emotions. Anyway, yeah, that's how it's going so far. So I'll update, and if anything, you know, yeah, I'm still speechless. I don't know how to describe this book. It's amazing. It's like everything I wanted it to be. Apologies about the red face. I just washed it, and you know, it's great. I love acne. I just got back from, you know, spring break vacation, and it was great. And I low-key don't want to be back home. You know, like when you're like out with your friends, I guess on vacation, or just for a long period of time, and then you get back, and then you're just like you're alone, and you're just like, wow, I'm really lonely. Like, that's what I'm going through right now. Like, I'm about 300 pages into Children of Blood and Bone, and basically I got to the part where they've confronted the village where Amari and Zane got taken up, and they're trying to get the scroll and everything. I've been listening to like majority of this on audiobook, which is like, it's my first audiobook, which it's kind of weird, but this is like, it's one of the most fun audiobooks I've ever read. Like, the narrator is like amazing. She does an awesome job of like making each character sound different and like adding to their characterization, and I think you should really check it out if you have a Audible credit. If not, then if you can afford it, buy it. It makes it so much better. It's already a great book anyway. Also, I just found out today that it made #1 on the New York Times bestseller list on its first week. Like, that's how good it is. And I've gotten like a lot of my friends to start reading it, and they're loving it. So if you haven't jumped on the train, you probably should, because it is amazing. Yeah, like, I'm at this part where they're at the village, and they're about to like, they're just thinking of some way to do it. Like, she's kind of like training on her animations, and she's trying to like train herself to make it better and stronger, and kind of assumed that Anon and Zaylee would get to like together and like, you know, just not like together obviously, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. It may happen, who knows. But get together and like, you know, hash things out, get on like the same level. But I wasn't sure, because Anon has that like mentality where it's like, I hate magic and I hate all of you guys, and I wasn't thinking that he would be like okay with it, but I guess he is. So, you know, I still don't like him. But everyone has like a temper in here too. Like, it's really funny. I laugh at it, especially Zaylee. Amari's just kind of ditzy, but I love everyone except Anon. Like, I don't like him. I mean, I may eventually, but you know, I'm on page 300, so I'm about halfway through, and I'll keep updating, because I'm gonna finish this in like 2 days. Like, I was on vacation, so it was a little slow, but I'm literally gonna finish this like probably like tomorrow, because I am obsessed. Also, I'm sorry, like, if I'm not like looking to the camera, like, I keep forgetting, and then I look at the myself in the whatever picture, and I'm like, oh, I'm talking to the camera, and actually I'm not. I'm looking in the opposite direction. Anyway, it's been a day. I'm tired. I'm gonna go read some more and then probably go to bed. So, yay! So, sorry if this is like an awkward angle, my bad. And I'm driving in Atlanta traffic during rush hour. It's my favorite thing ever. Whoop-de-doo. I'm having so much fun. I'm in the middle of listening to the audiobook. I'm at like chapter 50 something. It's been like they're having the festival, and not Zane, wow, ooh, that'd be bad. Anon takes Zaylee back to the forest, and they're having a little moment and shit. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, the fact that like Zaylee and Anon are like hitting it off, and then also in the same time that Amari and Zane are hitting it off. I don't know how I feel. I mean, I like Amari and Zane together, but I don't know how I feel about Anon. Like, he's very sweet and smooth, but like, I still like feel like how Zane feels toward him. Like, I don't trust him, and I feel like he might be actually like taking advantage of her, and like, I don't know. Anon's not lying, and they like get together. Like, I don't know how it's gonna be like some weird tension, especially if like Amari and Zane get together. It's just like, alright. I don't know. It's just like we're both, like, they'll all be, I don't know. I'm not gonna think too hard about it. Oh, let me emerge real quick before I like get hit by a car. Where am I? I'm in Midtown. That's right, I just got to Midtown, so you really can't see it. It's fine. I'm like pretty far into the book, like 75%. I think that's where it is now. And I feel like some shit's about to happen because everything's good right now. It's just very great and everyone's having a good time. And usually that's when shit happens. So we'll see. I'm really just not ready for this book to end. It's just going by real fast. And I'm just like, can I slow down? But I really don't want to slow down because I want to know everything that happens. We'll see how it goes. My face is really red in this light too. Ooh, yikes. Anyway, just ignore it. You know what? I just finished chapter... Crap, they just told me. It's in the 60s when they're just having a grand old time at the Unifestival and shit. Getting ready, not for the ritual, but the thing. You're like, Reverend touch the scroll and they're like, ooh, powers. And they're just, you know, having a good time. Like, and then all of a sudden, Anon start making out and I'm like, gross. And then Zane storms off and I'm like, great. You just lost your brother because you're stupid and you're falling in love with this guy who just a couple days ago was like trying to kill you, and burn on your whole, you know, village and shit. The heart wants what it wants, I guess. And the guards come up. And you know, they just like kill Zoo. It's great. Why? I saw it coming, but I was like, no, she's not gonna kill her. She's 13 years old. And then all of a sudden they're like, an arrow goes through her gut. And I'm like, alright. And then all chaos breaks loose. And then Kwame freaking explodes in fire and dies. It's like Game of Thrones, kinda. But less death, but there's still a lot of death. And it just, the book never stops. Am I the only one who's like triggered? Not really triggered, but like out of breath. I'm out of breath by just listening to this audiobook. Okay, so again, pardon for this like weird complexion. Like what's going on? Like I match my shirt. I literally match my shirt. My hair's toned, which is nice, silver and blonde. I'm at chapter 70 in Children of Blood and Bone, and I am... I'm at the part where they rescued Zaylee, and they're out of the... Fuck, what's the village name? I don't remember. They're out of the place. I'm really bad at remembering things like in my short term. Like I have to like have it constantly like be repeated to me for me to understand it, or like not understand it but like remember it, which is bad. Like I understand like generic things, but like the names of things, I'm so bad at names. They just rescued her from that prison. The things happened. And I knew this would happen. Not necessarily, but I knew that there was something not alright with Anon. When he just gave her to Zane and Amari, I was like, here you go, take her, go. I'm gonna stay. This bitch was like, listen, I don't think magic is good for this kingdom, and I think it needs to end. Even though I'm magi and I wield special powers, I think it's too dangerous. Bitch, I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry, that was a really close-up thing of me. Anyway, and I was like, girl, I don't think I like you no more. And I don't think I like him at all to begin with. He's just annoying. And this whole dreamscape thing, I just left off in the chapter where they're like in the dreamscape and she's like being healed and shit, and they're like cuddling and shit and like kissing, and she's like, oh my god, I like live for this moment. Like no, you deserve so much better. You deserve that that thief that happened, the thing, Rowan, that's his name. She should just end up with him and not on, and like plot twist, Rowan comes back and steals her away, and happy ending. They do the ritual and it's over. If it happened, I'd be like, interesting. My emotions literally could be like masked with like this, like shook. And I don't want to put it down, but I'm tired and I need to get up in the morning for an appointment. So I guess I'll be like reading it on my way there and waiting. Remember how last time I was like, you know, that'd be funny if Rowan came back? Well, he's back. He's kind of comical. We'll see how it goes because, you know, they're like a little behind on schedule on getting to the Sacred Island. Or that holy temple thing. So hopefully that he takes them there and doesn't like finesse them. We shall see, I guess. This could like represent how I feel after reading this book. It would be very accurate. A hot mess. And oh. You guys are getting a whole like another view of me. I have books. Trust me, I have books. I can never show it because I don't have a tripod. Just finished this book, and I just finished crying. I was in the bathtub, and just, you know, chilling, gonna finish this book with a glass of wine. Then the ritual happens, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, I'm like having a heart attack in the bathtub. I'm about to like drown in there. Then, you know, she like halfway dies, and I'm like, Oh my god. And like she freaking ascends to like, what is it called again? What is it? It's the heaven, but I forget what it's called. She's up there and she's just chilling and she's like, oh my god, is that Oya? Like my sister goddess? Whatever. No. It's her mother. Sort of like tearing up. The part when she was like, don't leave me, not again. And I'm like, tears are real. And you know, I'm just sitting in the bathtub. I'm like, they're not tears. It's water. I'm allergic to water. And then she comes back, and I'm like, okay, the tears are gone. And I'm like, okay, what's the next shit that's about to happen? Because I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared. Do I need to get out of the bathtub? Because I'm already shook enough. Freaking Amari has a white stripe, and the book ends. Like, you're really gonna leave me hanging right there? Like, this book should have been like 900 pages long. And so now I have to wait a year for the next book to come out. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna last. I've already gotten 3 people to read it, and they don't like read regularly. And they're like, oh my god, I just started reading it because you recommended it. And I was like, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I also want to add something I just like, I didn't like just pick up on this, but I did notice it throughout the book, is that like, although this book like is fantasy, like it has some really, really interesting parallels with like the actual, like real world right now, especially like on racial divide, and especially the word maggot. Like obviously like we can parallel that to a certain word. I just sat there and I was like reading it and I was like, wow, this sounds a lot like our world today. And I'm like, the fact that you can take this book as a fantasy novel and tie it into the real world in a sense without ruining the story says a lot, and it speaks volumes about how her writing is, and I think that's what makes it so special. Not just that, but like a number of reasons, but this is one of the reasons, one of the key reasons. Thanks for watching this vlog, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the book as much as I did, because like I am just not over it. I mean, I just finished reading it, but I'm not over it at all. Make sure to give this a thumbs up if you want to. If you don't, then I'm judging you. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. You know what? We're just gonna do the generic